tragedy in the Hudson River.
Immediate life-saving measures were undertaken on the vessels at the scene.
The latest on the helicopter crash and the victims. Out of sight.
That was terrifying.
Why these colorful birds are slowly disappearing. And a special walk to support intellectual and developmental disabilities.
This run gives a lot of scholarship funds to kids who really need it.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Paula Sirignano.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Friday, April 11th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
We're learning more information from the Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board about the helicopter crash in New York City. A heartbreaking scene unfolded on the Hudson River yesterday. 6 people died after the helicopter crashed.
Caplin Ruano is in the control room with more details.
A devastating helicopter crash in the Hudson River has claimed the lives of 6 people, 3 of them being children. Emergency crews rushed into the scene yesterday afternoon after reports of helicopter crashing near Pier 40.
Video footage captured the moment the helicopter fell from the sky. 3 children and 3 adults were on board. The pilot and 5 passengers on the sightseeing helicopter that submerged after the crashing into the Hudson River.
At this time, all 6 victims have been removed from the water, and sadly, all 6 victims have been pronounced deceased.
The NGPD reported a helicopter crashing at Pier 40 around 3:17 yesterday afternoon. Rescue efforts go underway with emergency vehicles floating into the surrounding area. Officials say they arrived on the scene within minutes.
NYPD divers pulled 4 people from the crash site, and FDNY divers recovered an additional 2. Immediate life-saving measures were undertaken on the vessels at the scene, as well as the adjoining pier. 4 victims were pronounced dead on scene, and 2 more were removed to local area hospitals, where sadly both succumbed to their injuries.
Authorities report that the helicopter had been in the area for about 16 minutes before the crash. The victims, a family visiting the U.S. from Spain, according to the New York Mayor Eric Adams.
We were met by the first responders, and they told us they did everything they can to try to save these victims, and you can see the trauma in their face. They did everything they can, and they wanted me to make sure that I made that public. They really tried their hardest.
Investigators now being the difficult task of determining what caused the fatal crash. We waiting to learn more about from authorities during the upcoming days. In the control room, I'm Jose Rano for Caplin News.
A new immigration registration policy is set to come into effect starting today. The new policy requires non-citizens 14 and older to register with the federal government and submit biometric data such as fingerprints, or they may face criminal charges. Despite a challenge from migrant advocacy groups, a federal judge ruled that the group could not provide sufficient evidence that the policy would harm migrants in a way that the court could intervene.
The Food and Drug Administration announced that it'll begin to phase out animal testing with more human-relevant methods. For decades, animal testing has helped drug companies prove that their drugs are safe enough for human testing. But now the animals will begin to be replaced by AI simulations and lab-grown human organoids.
Neighborhoods in Florida are no strangers to visits from peacocks, including Deer Island. The peacocks in this area are cherished by the residents, and they notice when something unusual happens to them. About 30 of the birds have mysteriously died in recent months. West 2 News reporter Michelle Meredith went to the scene and has more details on the story.
The small town of Oakland, it's known for being full of, well, oak trees, but it's also known for being full of peacocks. We found this guy hanging out in a tree, checking out the people who were checking out him.
Even people from out of the country that have family here, they have to see them because they want to know what they look like. They've never seen them in person.
And Mo Jacobson is known as the Peacock Lady, their guardian. They even have names. That was Buddy in the tree. There's Leroy on the roof and Rubio in the backyard. Right now I'm feeding Sonny, known as the supervisor. But sadly, In a gated community in Oakland, peacocks are mysteriously dying. It's happening in Deer Island. Facebook posts have an image of dead peacocks lined up on the grass. We are not allowed to use it, but Mo says concerned peacock lovers have been reaching out to her.
When I first learned about this, I think it was the end of January, I was told there were 12. That was shocking to me. But then to find out a week later that there was a total of 30, that was terrifying.
Mo says peacocks are not prone to disease, which makes their mysterious deaths potentially even more disturbing. At this point, it's not clear if there's a local or state agency investigating, but the peacock lady says she continues to investigate and vows to get to the bottom of the case of the disappearing peacocks. Michelle Meredith, WESH 2 News.
Officer Mark Wright made history on Thursday, becoming the first amputee motorcycle officer in the San Diego Police Department. Officer Wright is the first in the country after losing his leg in 2022 from hitting an abandoned car on I-15. Doctors amputated his left leg, but his determination stayed intact.
It's a testament to the department, the fact that they're allowing me the opportunities to prove myself. That's why I love this opportunity to go in front of the camera and just tell other amputees that don't limit yourself. Our mind is our greatest enemy sometimes.
Now he's not just riding, he's inspiring others to push past their own limits.
Universal Studios is heading to Europe with a new theme park near London. The park will mix American favorites like Jurassic Park with British classics like Harry Potter and Paddington Bear. Spread over 476 acres, it'll feature a hotel, shops, and restaurants. The UK Prime Minister says it'll create thousands of jobs and help boost the economy. The park is set to open in 2031.
A player who has scored over 400 career goals scores his first in a Florida Panther uniform.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
That's what inspires me, even when I'm definitely hurting.
A teacher raises money for her high school one step at a time. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Lots and lots of miles ran by one teacher for a special reason. As That teacher is going the extra mile, literally, to support her students.
Since 2016, Catherine Fletcher has hosted her annual Lion Pride Run to raise money for scholarships at a high school near Richmond, Virginia. This year, she ran over 40 miles, and in past years, she's covered more than 100.
This run gives a lot of scholarship funds to kids who really need it every year, so that's what inspires me, even when I'm definitely hurting.
After a pit stop at a donut shop, Fletcher was greeted with a pep rally. Her efforts have raised over $100,000 and helped more than 60 graduating seniors to pursue their dreams.
Last Saturday, hundreds of South Floridians came together to walk for a cause that's making a difference. Caplin News' Daniela Morales shows us how one organization is making things happen.
The Best Buddies event is all about friendship and inclusion, and today we will be walking inside the Miami Marlins home to support the cause.
People in South Florida gathered for a walk that's about more than just steps. It's about meaning. Best Buddies works to create friendships, jobs, and leadership roles for people with intellectual and development disabilities.
A world where people with IDD are valued and supported.
I believe in everything it represents, and that's celebrating diversity and giving people with, whether it's intellectual or physical disabilities, opportunity, allowing people to have the same hopes and dreams that people who don't have a disability.
WSBN was one of the event's proud sponsors. This year, the walk raised over $300,000 for local programs in schools, workplaces, and communities.
Paul Magnus is here. Paul is our co-president of Channel 7. Channel 7 and the Channel 7 Foundation are also big supporters of the Best Buddies Walk and Best Buddies.
I can feel the community coming together even more and more each year. This year we had a great turnout, and so it does feel like Anthony and his team of people in the community and in the schools all coming together to support this mission. It seems like it is improving and getting better every year.
What's the goal?
I love just seeing so many happy people, and it just feels good. Everybody's here for the right reasons and excited to be here and helping people. So it's just great to be a part of this.
To keep growing a community where everyone has a place and a friend.
That people are people, whether you have a physical or an intellectual disability, and people want the same things. They want friendship, they want acceptance, they want joy, they want family, and no one should be denied that. So no matter what package you come in and what you bring to the table, you should have access to those things. And Best Buddies, I think, seeks to achieve that, and I think that's a wonderful thing.
Best Buddies is pushing for the victory of inclusion, one friendship at a time. Reporting from Miami for Caplin News, I'm Daniela Morales.
The Florida Panthers continue fighting for playoff seeding with 3 games left in the season. During last night's win against the Detroit Red Wings, Cats fans got the highlight they've been waiting for, and Bruins fans have been dreading since March. And here it is, second period, Brad Marchand goes down the middle to crush in the first goal of his Panthers career. Look at him celebrating a Cats jersey. Anyone would have told you 2 months ago this was AI generated. Final score was Panthers 4, Red Wings 1. The Cardiac Cats will look to continue building momentum when they take on the Sabres tomorrow as they build up their 2 final games of the season, which are heavyweight bouts against the Rangers and Lightning. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Paula Sirignano.
And I'm Valentina Gaspari. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.